I used to have no value for hunting, or I just really had no connection to it until I met Trey Bollinger. Trey came into my life and started just pulling me out of the grind. Because for me, grinding wasn't like a seasonal thing. It was just my life.
365 days in a year workout. And we're on an antelope hunt. Killed an antelope first evening. We dropped him off at the YMCA. Only a head. I'd want to see another lope die and run around and look at him all day. But that's where he wants to be, over here at Nerd YMCA. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kill a lope.
We're not even sure if he got in okay.
Oh yeah, he told me to wait. He'll call. Be like, I was locked out the whole time. Oh, he's calling right now. Hey man.
I'm all set, bro. Thank you.
What are you doing right now?
I'm about to stretch.
You stretching and then you gonna work out?
Yeah.
What you working out for on an antelope hunt?
Bro, I can't go back, man.
Can't go back? Well, last time you came down here, you laid on the ice chest, you about broke the lid. You was about 300 pounds. So I can't argue with that. How much do you weigh now?
225.
How much did you weigh then?
285.
Whew. That's like a whole antelope. There must be a food on it. He said he's at back.
Okay, maybe he's on the other
Oh,
one.
there he is right there. So dude. Don't be doing no business. You gotta get off. That better be your wife, dude.
No, it's not. This is my friend Brian. I just told him what we're doing. He's jealous.
Okay, here.
He's a major hunter too. I'll send you
Awesome.
some pictures here shortly, okay? Good to see you, bro.
What's up, dog?
Yeah, baby. Woo. We're here.
Yeah.
Finally relax.
Yeah, baby.
Wyoming.
You're on
All I want to go do is hunt. That's all I want. We're working out. We're eating. We're going to multiple gas stations over and over. I just want to go hunt. So my wife decorates houses. This is a little bit of her work here. She'll love this. But, I'm going to show you something right here. This thing may kill us before we kill an antelope. Everybody, I dented that thing right there. You see that dent right there? Go through here and schwack. And I've heard a couple people holler. So this is a definitely Airbnb hazard. If you're building Airbnb, get extra insurance.
It's got an orange light on it.
At least it bends.
Look at the orange light.
That's because everybody's smacking their head. I love this eclectic look here. It's eclectic.
Joy did good on this place.
I know. It's eclectic. She likes that modern stuff.
Where did you eat?
We're going
They had a little tray of ribs in the truck when they picked me up.
Bro, I took care of
They
it.
were unbelievable.
We didn't think we
Baby
were.
back ribs at the honky
They-
tonk.
dude,
You
they
haven't
weren't
been
even-
there. I've
I'm
been
gonna
eating
beat your
there.
ass.
They
Hey,
were
Don, I'm gonna just help you stay this course for tonight. And we'll eat tonight. So grab you a bar, get you a shake, and stay the course. I don't charge much for coaching.
That's so funny. I need to be able to say I'm angry, I'm afraid, I'm lonely, I'm sad, and I have been this way for a long time. I didn't know it.
Yeah.
You know, and actually know what they mean. And it is weird how you say those things, and then all of a sudden, like, you feel connected even though the problem still exists, and you feel relieved. It's crazy.
And I'll tell you what happens when you draw back and you send one through the lungs. It feels so much better. It'll help you. It'll bring you out of that miry clay. It'll put you up on the road.
That's really what I was trying to say.
Well,
We were saying the same thing.
the end. You got the end. That's healthy.
I'm gonna whoop your ass. Who's a freaking honky tonk?
Come on.
Fun fact about Merle Haggard. In the 90s, when my mom moved us here from Kansas, divorce situation, we were broke, like dead broke. We lived in a one-bedroom log cabin, 3 brothers. We didn't even have enough money for Christmas presents. Merle Haggard heard, because he lived near us at the time, and showed up with a ton of Christmas presents for us during Christmas. Thanks, Merle.
me love Merle that much more. I heard about the soccer team, bud.
Yeah.
Don't sweat it. You're good at like so many things, bro. You got to practice to kind of stay in that lane with soccer, but you're one of the most talented athletes I know. So everybody says that about you. You okay? How'd that make you feel?
A little sad, but fine.
Against the stuff right here.
Yep.
If you get them tucked in, you got that hill, and you can play that hill. There we go.
We just got an incredible antelope. These are incredible animals. One of the best meats you can eat, and this is the third one in 2 days. Unbelievable. For most bow hunters, you know, they know that getting anything with a bow is a huge accomplishment, but these guys are even an extra challenge because they live in a place that's wide open. They can see it from a mile away, and so we just got really lucky this morning. I will say that Trey knows this place like the back of his hand, and we saw this buck hanging out with a bunch of does, and he was in a good spot to make a stalk. I think we got it on film, and I was trying to get into 40 or 50 yards, but I know he was going to run. So it was a pretty wide open spot. I don't like taking long shots, but made a pretty long shot on him, and here we are. So it's a beautiful buck.
Somebody help that up. Big goat, got a quick shot. What was he, 30?
30. That was my 30 dot.
You delivered like the mailman. So when you're hunting antelope, you got to be prepared, especially in Wyoming and the prairie, to really your effective range is kind of. All right, I'm done. Screw it. Y'all don't need a video.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about their testimony. Just capture me.
We're still working on our testimony.
Hey man, the emotional support. You're here to stand here. You probably won't get recorded all night, but at least stand here and be in the.
I'm gonna be like wanting to do stuff like this.
All right, so Andrew who's a friend of mine, friends of all of my friends. I convinced him to go antelope hunting, and so we told Ahab, which you'll see in this story, we were going to pick him up at 4 a.m. So I'm banging on his door at 4 a.m., no answer. Banging on his door, we've got to get all the way 18 hours, 16 hours. And finally we call his wife because we know that's the only way to get Ahab up. She ends up getting him up. He comes out griping and complaining. We put him in the truck, and there is a piece of me that understands a little bit of where he's coming from because he wasn't going to hunt. He was actually just going to ride with us and to hang and to maybe smoke a few cigars and whatnot. So Ahab, by the way, just a side note, he's like 150 pounds heavier than he is right now. I don't know, maybe 100 pounds heavier. I don't know. He's really large. He actually bent an ice chest laying on it that I had. Like a Grizzly 600 quart. Like it's still bent, but now he's the most healthy guy I know. It's crazy. That's a whole nother story. But so Ahab doesn't hunt, watches us all shoot antelope, and really makes a decision to come hunting, not because he really likes hunting or likes getting up. It's really hard to actually make him go hunt when he's at camp because he wants to go work out and all kind of this other stuff. But I actually got him to go hunting, to get a license, to buy a bow, to start shooting. And just this past season, we were able to take him on his first hunt.
It's funny. I was just telling my son about it, kind of reliving it with him. And I was like, yeah, the first shot, I was like cool as a fan. Like pulled right through the heart, beautiful shot, felt so good. And then Trey says, send another one into him. And so I rear back, and then my hand starts shaking. So uncontrollable. I could not control myself. And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm not nervous. But like my body knows that I was actually freaking out. And so I think my body knew I was more freaked out than I knew, because I could not get a second one in that thing, dude. I couldn't, dude. There was like boom, boom, boom. It was like 30 yards. Like it was embarrassing. But my hand was literally like this, shaking. It was insane.
Why's your eyes always so red, bro? I always think you're half-baked. But at this stage of my life, I will trade the best hunt in the world to go spend time with my friends every day of the week. And I don't really know why that is. I think for me, it's just become so much more important that the quality of the time that I spend with people. Like when we went on this hunt, some of the best parts of the hunt, and I made my best shot in my life. I mean, I made a long shot with a bow, and it was really cool. But some of the memories I have when I think about this hunt were on the back patio in the morning, having deep conversations about marriage, about parenting, about some of the hard things my friends were going through. And like those are the memories I think about now. And I'm just so grateful that those are my values now. What's really happened and is happening for me, and I would speak for my friends, is, this last 2 or 3 years with the things we've all gone through, the things we've experienced, our entire operating system has changed. The things that we once had value for, we still have value for, but they're just not the priority anymore.
If you go and kill a bunch of animals and you have no one to actually share that experience with, all those memories and all those experiences, they end. If you're not building a community, then you just end up at this place where you're constantly trying to get a greater high to make up for what you're lacking. And to me, like, that's hunting, that's sports, that's business. Is if you're not really satisfied with who you are, how God's made you, your identity, the life that you're building, you'll find some way to try to chase a bigger high, a bigger accomplishment. And ultimately, at some point in your life, you sit down, like all my friends have, you sit down and go, why am I doing all this? What is this unto? And I mean, you can look at some of the guys in that we would have looked at and say, these are the most successful guys. They're all at some point going, if this is it, dude, I don't want it. If this is all that there is to it, like, it's empty. And we hear that a lot, but it's really hard to believe. And so to me, like, the juice that's worth the squeeze is pouring yourself into a brotherhood, a friend group, a group of men, so that you can actually grow in the areas that you're weak, so that you can become stronger, but you can have a life of purpose, a life that really matters.